Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are on the planet. Hey, everybody, it's JB, and I'm super happy to have a little bit of your time and some attention with you as we are live on Facebook. That's right, live on Facebook at Ignite Television, and we're here for a reason because today's a big day. Some big and wonderful things are happening. In fact, I put on my Facebook, Big Day in Publishing. That's right, Big Day in Publishing, because today we are launching our next solo book in our wonderful catalog of authors who are doing their own private individual solo books. And today we are so happy to go on live with Facebook and bring to you our next author in the series who's bringing together a phenomenal book that I can't wait to tell you about. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ignite Television Live, our author, Miss Cindy Tank Murphy in the house. Hey, girl.
Hi, JB. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. And you must be floating. Do I need to pull you down on the string because you're like just floating in air? How's it feel to be launching your book today?
There's so many emotions that I have today. I feel so blessed. I feel so excited. I feel exuberant and I feel humble. I feel grateful. I feel them all. It's almost surreal, but it is truly something that I've waited for 20 years, honestly, to have happen. And so it's just amazing. It's
Well,
amazing.
I just want to tip my hat to you, tip my Maharani to you, and say congratulations because, it does take a while to write a book, and you've got to have a passion. You've got to have all the emotions of determination and perseverance. You got to get through the tough times, you got to get through the difficulties and get to the other side to feel that triumph. And you've done that. And a very powerful story. We'll show you folks what the cover looks like. Cindy's new book is called The Strength to Live. We would love for you to take a look at it. It's a beautiful, beautiful book, Strength to Live, finding healing and hope after a loss from suicide. So, Cindy, tell us a little bit about, thanks, Peter, what does that mean? Suffering
Yeah.
a loss after suicide. I mean, that is a very interesting subject that not a lot of people want to talk about. I've also posted that when you first came to me with the idea, I wasn't really sure about it, but the way you speak about it and the knowledge that you have, I was immediately invested in the meaning and the purpose behind bringing this book to the forefront.
Yeah, thank you, JB. And I'm so grateful for you having that faith and that trust and just, you know, I guess that intuition that this was something we needed to bring forward together. The Strength to Live is really a culmination of my life experiences of losing a loved one close to me, my father, to suicide, and then many other people in my life. And it's those little moments where you you wonder, you ponder, you're curious, you're inquisitive, and those are like little nudges along the way. And what's amazing to me is that as I was getting those nudges and those little moments, and the idea that I needed to write a book 20 years ago, but had no idea what it was going to be, to then finally intersect and know and have that true knowingness and understanding that this was what I was meant to write about. It's a book that's not just about the loss and the grief and what we as survivors, as you said, I say survivors of suicide, we are the ones that are left behind in the wake after someone's taken their life. And the numbers out there are astronomical when you think about 800,000 lives are lost every single year to suicide. And if just 10 people were affected and impacted, which we know it's far more than that, it's just uncomprehensible or uncomprehendable to understand how
Mm,
many of those people are suffering from that loss. The
mm-hmm.
husbands, the wives, the children, the coworkers, the friends. It's a grief that's, I say, different than any other, because on top of just the grief, there's this layer of shame and guilt and just not understanding. So the reason for my book was really to provide help and hope and healing, and really, you know, help people like myself. I had to do the healing myself, obviously, before I could write this book.
Mm-hmm.
But I started to understand that by doing that work and understanding um, how to be compassionate for myself and how to look at this with a different lens and a different perspective, I really believe that we can heal ourselves and we can move to a place that actually transforms us and takes us to a level of not just being healed, but being mental health advocates for those that we've lost.
I
Being
think
that
your
voice.
book does a thank you. I mean, I think your book does a phenomenal job of that. And again, when you first came to me, I was worried like, is this her personal journey? Is this her, journal? Is this her unveiling? Is this tear-filled, tear-stained pages? Is this going to be like a lot of you, sort of regurgitating some of your anguish? And I really want the readers to know that it's not that. It is so, I mean, the word strength on the cover is absolutely synonymous of what's inside on the pages. It is your strength, it is the courage, it is the journey, but it's really from a place of empowerment, and it's really you really shine the light on what we can learn, what we need to understand, how we can empower ourselves, how we can step forward, step through. I speak to it because I am so passionate about what you've educated me to understand and to learn and to be aware of and to recognize. And exactly what you said, let go of the stigma and the shame and the anguish that comes from it. Very much, again, the strength to live is so interesting. And I don't think there's any book like it on the market, because it does talk about the survivors of suicide. And can you just, that's a new term for a lot of people. Can
Mhm.
you just speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, yeah. I think that anyone that has gone through a loss from suicide or known someone very close to them, a loved one, um, there is there's just a fog that you're in, this questioning, this yearning to understand. It's not the same as losing someone to natural causes or even an illness that they were battling, because a lot of times it comes out of nowhere, and so we're just in this shock and in this situation, and we have to move forward, right? But so many of us, this is a part of our story or a part of our life that we don't share with others. People that have lost loved ones for other reasons, they tend to talk about their loved ones, and it's talked about in a loving way. And as a survivor of suicide, that's a really hard thing, like, to when someone asks you, how did your father die, that was the first
Mhm.
thing I didn't even know how to say it. And so I just feel like we need to bring this out of the darkness and into the light, and
Mhm.
understand that it's a death that is very complex, and as survivors, we have this commonality that we can lean on each other, share our stories, and just also share and honor our loved ones that we've lost.
You actually have also shared just the insensitivity that sometimes
Mm,
comes from people who don't really know.
mm,
I was working on your book, and then I was driving with my son, and we were, joking around about something, and something was stressing me out, and I was like, "Look, we got to talk me off the rails here." And suddenly I thought of you, and I thought of like,
mm.
wow, that is so insensitive to say that, talking about somebody being on the ledge, somebody being on the rails, somebody being in a situation that they would want to harm themselves, and making a joke out of it or saying it facetiously. You have a really great story about something that happened at your gym. Want to share a little
Mhm.
bit about that? Because I think that's a great story. And
Yeah,
I think it'll awaken a lot of people to really realizing how impervious we sometimes are to the use of the word, and using it in a way that we probably
yeah,
could do better.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, if anyone grew up in the 70s, 80s, even 90s, I think, like we did, you probably have heard of suicide drills. You've heard, you know, um, it's kind of a flippant thing to say when you're working out. And I was at,
Suicide burpees, right?
yes, it was suicide burpees, exactly. And it kind of just it always is someone that has lost someone. It does kind of just, it takes you aback a little bit when you hear the word. And so as I was doing my workout, I kept thinking, okay, is there a way for me to politely share with this person and the gym that I was at, that's affecting a lot of people. And so after the workout, I walked up to my trainer and I thanked her for the workout. And I said, I just want to let you know that unfortunately, when we use the word suicide in the terms of, the workout or whatever, it does impact at least probably one person in your class, because at least one person has been affected by a suicide. And she said, you know what? I feel the same way. I've never liked to use that word. And she took it back to the corporate offices. And the very next day I came in, she said, you know what? The corporate offices agreed, and we will never use that term again in our workouts. And it was just like, that little thing, the courage that I had to say something, had such impact, and probably will help so many other people that are in their workouts, that don't want to hear that word when they're, you know, um, yeah, when they're
Yeah,
grieving like that. So.
and you sharing that kind of makes us all wake up to realize, like, yeah, there is somebody out there who may be affected by that. I was actually in a Zoom call with 25 other people, and somebody was saying, it just kills me when blah blah blah, and that just kills me when that happens, and it just kills me when they say that. And I was like, I actually thought of you again, and I was like, you know
Yeah.
what, I'm just going to reach out to them, because it's a cliche, it's a slang, it's la la la. But we
Yeah.
don't actually realize how, when you just say that just kills me when, that's really actually somebody. And what are the stats again on, like, is it like 1 in 7 people are affected by somebody in their circle?
Yeah, at least 1 in 10. That's the statistic that I've seen. But then there's been other studies that show it's far greater reaching than that. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
think about it, when someone famous like, Stephen Twitch Boss, we lost him in December, or Robin Williams, or I mean, you can name Kate Spade, Anthony Bourdain. That impacts everyone. Everyone just kind of like, for a moment, they're kind of like, what just happened there? That I never would have expected that. So, when it's very personal, it does impact, beyond just the immediate family, but neighbors and coworkers and friends. So that's a lot of people that are impacted. A lot of people.
Right. Well, let's go back to the book for one more
Yeah.
second. This is an amazing book. Let's show everybody the cover. I want people to realize that the book has a lot of power in it. It's for people that have been, someone in their lives has passed away or died from suicide, and this book is helping the survivors, the people, overcome the grief. But it's also bringing some spotlight and awareness to mental health, because Cindy has another very unique layer to her story. Not only did she lose her father, but she also had another family member who was impacted in a unique way. Would you like to share about that?
Yeah, yeah. So, my daughter, my oldest daughter, has struggled for quite some time with, anxiety as a young child. She'd have panic attacks, and as it progressed, it got worse, and to the point that she started to have suicidal ideation herself. And so, as a mother of a child, a teenager, that is just not a conversation you want to have. But I had been through some trainings. I had learned how, mental health crisis intervention and first aid. And I knew that the appropriate thing to do is just to ask. You can't keep that in the shadows. And it's a myth if people think that by asking someone if they're suicidal, it's going to cause it. That is just not true. The truth is, you need to ask someone point blank if they're thinking about taking their life. And so I write in the book about the moment when I sat down with my daughter and asked her, and unfortunately she did have a plan. And so that experience, and then the future experiences of finding her the right treatment, the right just the right medications and treatment to help her with that disease, the illness that she suffers from, just put a different layer and perspective in the book as well.
And it was powerful, super, super powerful. You've put so many fantastic things into this, and I just want to give you a big congratulations. If you didn't know, my darling, dun, 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 drum roll, please. You have gone international bestseller already in 4 countries. I just want to congratulate you, folks. This book has gone bestseller in the USA, in Canada, in the UK, and Australia already. Congratulations to you. 4-time international bestseller. And here's what's really great. These categories, you've gone bestseller in the USA in 9 categories: grief and loss, spiritual healing, death and grief, psychology of suicide, the sociology of death, new age mental and spiritual healing, transformation, grief and spirituality. I mean, bravo to you. Congratulations. I just want to celebrate you from the rooftops that your bravery is going to help so many other people through this. And congratulations on going bestseller in 4 countries already. And it's still early in the day.
Well, thank you, JB. And that it's just what's so important to me is that this message gets out to many people, and to know that it's already getting out, and it's going to help so many people. And that's truly, and I've said this before, even though my name's on the book, it's been so many people and connections and experiences, and the people that I write about, their stories in the book. And I just realized that my last 5 years have been a culmination of meeting these people to be able to bring this to light. And I thank everyone that's been a part of that journey with me, because I couldn't have done this alone. And especially to your team, JB, because you've been an amazing supporter, champion. Your team is fantastic. I can't say enough about how you did take a chance on me, I think, with this topic, but you saw the vision, and thank you for carrying it through, and just taking it to a level I never could have expected. So thank you.
Well, bravo. And I have enjoyed every moment of it, working with you, helping bring your book to life, making it a bestseller 4-time already on Amazon, letting you have your voice and sharing, and knowing that this book is going to heal the hearts of so many. So folks, if you're sitting there and you're wondering if this book is for you, I want to say yes, absolutely. And even if you don't feel that it's in your life right now, it could be something that you may utilize because there might be somebody in your life that you know that could need it. And so today on Amazon, the book is completely free for download in Kindle. We'd love for you to go and get it. And I just want to say, go get it. It's free. Get it on your Kindle, even if you have to store it and park it for the day you need it, for the time in your life when somebody you know could use it. Go do that and just have it. Otherwise, if you feel like this is something that may be affecting you, someone in your life, someone you know, you're suffering from grief, you're feeling any of the feelings that Cindy has shared, please get this book. It's very, very helpful, and it will support you. Cindy, for anyone watching Facebook Live and they're just feeling like this is a book I need, can you just pour into them a little bit?
Yeah, I would say if you're being called or tapped that this is something that you think you need, just go out there. Again, it's free. It's free today. Um, and if you think that there's someone else that's in your life that could use a help and healing, no matter what kind of grief actually they're going through, honestly, I feel like this book can help in so many ways. There's healing techniques in it. So some of them you will find are just very simple and easy things to do that can really make a difference. So I just urge you to go out and take a look.
Yeah, absolutely. Great resources in the book, great helpful tips and strategies, a lot of fantastic content. Well, I want to thank you so much and congratulations. I want you to go out and celebrate with your family who has been with you through this process. I just want you to prayers and loves to your dad, and thank you so much for all that you do to support us, and we are so proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, JB, and thank you to my angels.
You got it. All of those angels that are out there. Thank you so much. Well, if you have a desire to write a book, we want to support you because we believe that empowerment is important. We are not helpless. Therefore, we don't need self-help. What we need is books about empowerment, and Ignite Publishing. We are the leaders of empowerment publishing. We want to help you bring your books to life, share your message, and make an impact on the world. I'm so happy that you joined us today because Cindy's book is free today and tomorrow. So please go get a copy at Amazon. You can see the link below, and also share it with your friends. Let people know, copy in this link, forward this link, like this link, share this link. Let people know that you were thinking of them and you thought maybe that this book would be a benefit. And of course, if you're part of the Ignite community, we would love for you to support one of our fellow authors who is stepping into her debut of her solo book. All right, well, all kinds of other fun things are happening. If you're not up to speed with what's going on with us, join us every single Monday to Friday on Ignite Live. We are doing a live show on Traverse TV. And of course, you can check out our website and watch all of our episodes. Cindy, in fact, was on Ignite Live just a few days ago and shared some really powerful stuff. If you want to know more about her and what she's up to, know more about this book, please go to ignitehumanity.life/watch, and you'll be able to see all the episodes, including Cindy's. And we always want to ask you, if you've got a little bit to spare, please be kind enough and share with our Classroom of Hope project, where we are building schools in Indonesia. Just go to ignitehumanity.life/donate. And remember that every single dollar buys a brick. So if you donate $5, that's 5 bricks. $10, 10 bricks. We would love for you to support our school. And then if you want to write and share your message, go to our website and check it out. We have a white glove program where we are supporting you and all the things that you do with your message and your mission to ignite humanity and ignite the world with your book. All right, I'm JBO, and loving each and every one of you, sharing and letting you know that if you ignite your life, you ignite others, and that's going to make a big difference on the planet. We want to ignite 1 billion lives with 1 billion words. And so our books are there for you. You can check out all the Ignite series on Amazon or on our website. All right, congratulations to Cindy. We're sending her so much love. Take care, everybody. I hope wherever you are in the world, you are surrounded and by angels and loved in this very moment. All right, big hugs and kisses. Take care, everyone.